I was born in Scotland, and then but came over to America when I was very little with my parents, obviously. And we first lived in Amagansett on eastern Long Island. And then my father got a position at Princeton University, and we moved to Princeton. So I grew up mainly in Princeton, but we went back to Scotland virtually every summer. So I felt very much like Scotland was home. It always felt like home, and we'd stay at my grandmother's house. So that was very important. So the sort of division between America and Scotland. And Princeton was, it's just a sort of incredible ivory tower with all these intellectuals. And Einstein, when we first moved there, we were 2 houses up from Einstein, and it was just this, he died that year, but it was sort of an amazing impression. And then in the Hamptons, my father had been the local minister. He was a Presbyterian minister. So he started out knowing all the local farmers and fishermen. Those are his congregation. So there was this very nice grounding of this place, and they also got to know all the artists very quickly. So it was just really good, salt of the earth, local farmers and fishermen, and then these wild artists and writers that they met almost right away when they got there in 1953. So it was this great combination. So our summers were always out there, and our winters were in Princeton. Then half the summer or month every year we'd go to Scotland. My first awareness of the creative arts is, I think, probably poetry more than anything. I was very involved in poetry when I was even before high school. I was the class poet at my boarding school. And that's sort of what I was doing. But I always painted, I always made sculpture, always. And I did both, and I played music. My mother was a painter, my father was a very accomplished writer, among other things. So it was just a household filled with creativity, thousands of books. It was just a very warm and inspiring, stimulating environment.